Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I just realised I said hello everyone, not hey everyone, that's different. Anyway, I guess it's kind of fitting for the video we're doing, because that was kind of my intro back when this was a video, I think. I basically just checked my YouTube channel because I've been keeping an eye on this recently, and I've noticed that my FNAF Golden Freddy encounter video has now reached 1 million views, which is the only video on my channel to ever reach that. And I said to myself that if it ever reaches 1 million views, I'm going to make a video as like a follow-up to cover it and talk about it, because I doubt that anyone who watched that video in the Finance Freddy's community really watches any of my Death Frontier related content or anything like that, so they probably didn't expect to hear such a deep masculine voice come through, because back then I sounded like, I guess the best way I can describe it, I sounded like the audio equivalent of fish and chips. I just sounded weird and muffled, like I had a cold. Basically I wanted to talk about it because it's a very important video, to be honest. It's my most popular video ever, and usually I think a lot of people, when they have their most popular video, are just like, why is it this one of all things? But to be completely honest, I don't mind it, because I still laugh at my reaction, although I have to turn down my volume every time I watch it because it's too loud. I still scream like that nowadays to horror games every now and then, but like not like that, and especially not throwing my headset off of my head and creating that god-awful sound, and also not necessarily right into the microphone. So there is that. But I remember this video when I made it, and no one knew what Golden Freddy was at the time. No one had any clue what this was. I legitimately, because I think I've got the file still somewhere, like the original file with the name. It was a WMV file as well, which is God almighty. But I'm pretty sure it says something like Freddy snuck into my office or something like that, because I didn't know it was Golden Freddy. We didn't know it was a thing. I genuinely, when I saw it, I just thought it was Freddy. I thought Freddy had somehow just out of nowhere teleported to my room, and I shat myself. So what I did, because the game wasn't actually on Steam yet, it was on the Greenlight system that Valve was using for a while on Steam. So I went to the Greenlight discussions page, and I posted about Finance Freddy's on there, and I just said, I think it was something like, Freddy has just entered my office out of nowhere, and I can't play the game anymore, because I was terrified. And lo and behold, the man himself, Mr. Cawthon, responds by saying, if I recall, it was something like, I don't recall adding a yellow bear to the code. It must have been a glitch, basically, which is obviously just a cop-out. And it's also kind of funny, because I'm pretty sure he called it in the files Yellow Bear as well. Like in the MFA, I'm pretty sure it's called Yellow Bear, which makes it even funnier, because it's just so specific that he would mention it being, I don't remember mentioning a yellow bear. I'm like, well, I didn't mention a yellow bear, I thought it was Freddy. So, that was cool. And that was like back when Scott was way more active in the community. I mean, to his credit, he's still kind of active, but like he's extra active back then, because obviously he could be. It wasn't such a big community back then. And there was a constant debate in my head about whether Markiplier or I found it first, because we uploaded our videos encountering Golden Freddy the exact same day, and I originally called the video like First Finance Freddy's Golden Freddy Encounter, something like that, First Golden Freddy Encounter ever. But I changed the title because, to be honest, I didn't know. It was the same date, and there's no timestamps either. I don't know how soon ahead Markiplier recorded it either. I recorded it, and within like the hour put it up, because I was just like, oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. I hadn't seen it, so I put it up there as quick as I could. But later that day, I think Markiplier's video went up, and he'd found it. So I think mine was the first video to release, but I have no clue if he'd like found him first and recorded it. But like, that's such a crazy thing to think about, that there was no other Golden Freddy video out there. Like, it doesn't sound like much when you're considering what Finance Freddy's was back then, because it wasn't a massive game. But when you look at the scope of Finance Freddy's now, it's getting a movie. It's already had a VR game. It's already had a game made in Unreal Engine, which is, dubious. We won't talk about that. It's had all this stuff. Like, this game is huge, and yet I was potentially the first person to at least upload a video of Golden Freddy. Like, that is just nuts. I mean, it doesn't mean I have a big penis or a big ego or anything, because let's be honest, anyone could upload a video. It's just I got lucky, but it's just weird to think about. And it also resulted in me having a chat with Scott as well. Like, well, I say a chat, it was 2 message exchanges, but you know what I mean. It's weird to think that these kind of things happen from events like this. So, yeah, I really did. I didn't think it was Golden Freddy. And then obviously he revealed that, oh, I didn't remember having a yellow bear. And then obviously the name Golden Freddy sort of stuck. I mean, God knows if he actually intended it to have any lore relevance back then or whether it was just a jump scare. It was probably just a jump scare, you know. But that was the craziest video I've ever loaded, and probably the most scared a game has ever made me, which is kind of silly because, in my opinion, there's way scarier stuff than just Golden Freddy sitting in your room. But it was the giggle combined with just seeing that bastard with his mouth wide open agape looking at me. And also I was like, what, 12 years old at the time? I'm currently 21, you know, so time is going fast and I don't like it, but I'm 21 now, and I was 12 years old back then, making videos, because that's what happens when you grow up on the internet and you're terminally online. You end up doing a lot of stupid shit instead of going outside and actually playing with your friends like you should be. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy to think about, and it kind of kicked off my YouTube channel in a way, because soon after that I got more views on my FNAF Freddy's content and stuff like that. Obviously now I don't do FNAF Freddy's. I'm just not that interested. And to be completely honest with you, I don't think there's anything that I would be able to do that someone already hasn't done better. I do like FNAF. It's something I keep, you know, in my heart, and I still keep a close eye on it because it's an incredibly important franchise to me. It's what got me into, it's what opened the door for me to actually sort of basically do what I would class as my job at this point, which is game development. It's essentially that at this point, because it opened my eyes to the program Click Team Fusion, which is what Scott used to make FNAF Freddy's, and without that I don't think I would have actually been able to start making games, unless I had basically gotten through my, oh, I hate the idea of writing code problem by just brute forcing it and trying my absolute hardest. But Click Team made it simple for me. I don't use Click Team anymore. I've actually recently migrated to Unity, and I think I'm much better for it. But Click Team is such a good beginner's program to get into it, and it really helped me. You know, without FNAF Freddy's, I probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was a really, really big deal to me when I found out how easy it was to program and how you know, and just how accessible it was. It was also kind of nostalgic as well, because it was kind of an old-looking software, even for that time. I mean, I started using it in late 2014. That's when I first got my hands on it. I think it was December. And even back then, it looked kind of outdated in terms of like the UI, so it was kind of nostalgic. I don't know, I just really liked Click Team. And I still have it installed. I don't use it, but I keep it for reference. So it really helped me get in game development. And without FNAF Freddy's, I don't know if I'd have actually discovered it. Maybe something else would have become popular off of it, but I really don't think I would have found my game development roots without it, because I tried Game Maker before. I had tried Unity as well, but I just couldn't get through the writing code. I mean, I would argue that it's probably because I was so young as well. When you're that young, you don't really have the knowledge of, you know, and the sort of capacity to take in a lot of information on like a programming language. You can, I know you can, but it's not anywhere near as accessible as it would be when you're like 20, you know, because you're a fully grown adult. You can find these things easier. So FNAF Freddy's really opened the gate for that, and it was a really big help. But yeah, I wanted to make a video basically to thank everyone for the support over the years, all your comments taking the living piss out of me, and the I'm sorry I'm sorry I scared you more than Golden Freddy did, because that seems to be a very common comment as well I get on that video, is that my scream is louder than Golden Freddy, or louder, or it scares you more than the thing. Like, I get that, because to be fair, it is so loud. It's unbelievably loud. Every time I play it, I have to turn it down because I don't expect just how loud my voice is going to be. It's horrendous. But I really do enjoy the comments I get, because I constantly get comments. I'm surprised it still receives views and comments, to be honest. I checked, like, what, 3 days ago, and I had, like, 996,000 views on it, and now we're on 1,006,000 views. That's a weird number to say. So it's crazy how much it still gets. I'm just going through some of the comments now. It's just, yeah. There's also, I saw someone giving me like feedback on how to play the game, as if this video wasn't literally 8 years old. They're just like, oh, well, no wonder you died. You had both doors closed. Like, yeah, no shit. I was fucking terrified. What do you expect? I also, if you check my channel, I beat 420 mode as well. So, like, what the fuck? It's just, yeah, it's great. I love the Final Freddy's community. Ah, it's brilliant. I just love. I love the game. I love the community. I love what happened with it, and yeah. So I just want to make a video basically to follow up and say that, you know, thank you for everything with that video. Here's to more people getting scared by my scream, and also more people taking the piss out of my accent, and also more people schooling me on how to play Final Freddy's 1. But yeah, sorry for everyone wearing headphones on that video. I'm fully aware that that was disgusting, and I probably should have a headphone warning, but yeah, I'm really happy with the video. I'm really happy everyone likes it, so I'm just happy where it brought me. So I wanted to make an appreciation video. Thank you for getting it for 1 million views. Really appreciate it. I don't know where I'd be without that. I don't know what I'd be doing nowadays. Probably not much. So thanks everyone for watching. Really appreciate it. And maybe I'll see you in another weird viral video where I get scared of something. Who knows? I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Have a good one, guys.